ever wake up and feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders? That inner battle raging inside you seems louder than any storm outside. You're not alone in that. We all face those moments when doubts creep in, when the fear of failure whispers in our ears, and when hope feels like a distant memory. But I'm here to tell you something: you're stronger than you think. I know this because I've been there. I've faced the days where getting out of bed felt like climbing a mountain. I've stared at my reflection wondering if I was enough. And yet, through it all, I've learned that struggle is not the enemy, it's the path. Let me ask you this: have you ever noticed how much time we spend trying to avoid discomfort? We scroll through endless feeds, distract ourselves with noise, and fill every quiet moment with activity. But deep down, we know there's something unresolved. That pain, that fear, that doubt, it doesn't go away just because we ignore it. In fact, it grows. But what if I told you that facing it, embracing it, is the first step to finding peace? See, life is not about avoiding struggles, it's about using them as stepping stones. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become the person you were created to be. But the journey isn't easy. It requires courage, it requires faith, and it requires understanding that your worth is not defined by what you achieve, but by who you are. I remember when I was younger looking at the world around me and thinking, how can I ever measure up? Born without arms or legs, I thought I was at a disadvantage. People looked at me with pity when I started to believe I was less. But here's the truth: the greatest limitations aren't the ones you can see, they're the ones in your mind. And breaking free from them starts with changing the story you tell yourself. What story are you telling yourself today? Is it one of defeat, of inadequacy, of fear, or is it one of hope, strength, and resilience? You get to choose. And when you choose the story of resilience, something incredible happens. That inner struggle transforms from a burden into a gift. It becomes the fuel that drives you forward. But let me be honest with you, there's no magic switch. Overcoming that inner battle takes time. It takes reflection. And it takes reflection. And it takes recognizing some truths about why you're struggling. Often we carry wounds from the past that we haven't healed. We hold on to beliefs that no longer serve us. We let fear dictate our decisions, and we wonder why we feel stuck. Here's what I've learned: freedom begins with awareness. You've got to identify what's holding you back. Is it the fear of failure, the need for approval, the weight of comparison? Whatever it is, it's time to face it head on. Because the longer you avoid it, the more power it has over you. And let me tell you this, you don't have to do it alone. So many of us think we've got to have it all together, that asking for help is a sign of weakness. But the truth is, strength is found in community. It's found in vulnerability. It's found in opening up and saying, I'm struggling and I need support. When I started sharing my story, something amazing happened. The shame I carried began to fade. I realized I wasn't alone in my pain, and neither are you. There's someone out there who needs to hear your story. Someone who's waiting to see how you've overcome so they can believe it's possible for them too. Your struggles aren't just about you, they're about the lives you'll touch along the way. Now, I know what you might be thinking: Nick, that sounds great, but you don't know my situation. And you're right, I don't. But I do know this: no matter how dark it seems, there's always a way forward. The question is, are you willing to take the first step? Are you willing to believe that you are more than your circumstances? Are you willing to fight for the life you deserve? Because here's the thing, the battle isn't won in a day. It's won in the small, consistent choices you make every single day. It's won in the moments when you feel like giving up, but you take one more step. It's won when you choose to believe in yourself even when it feels like the world doesn't. And it's won when you decide that no matter what happens, you will keep moving forward. So let me ask you, what's one step you can take today? Maybe it's reaching out to a friend, journaling your thoughts, simply taking a moment to breathe and remind yourself that you're enough. Whatever it is, start there. Start small. And trust that those small steps will add up to something extraordinary. You see, the beauty of life isn't found in perfection, it's found in the journey, it's found in the mess, the struggle, and the moments of doubt. It's found in the resilience that grows when you refuse to give up. And it's found in the realization that you are capable of so much more than you've ever imagined. So to anyone listening right now who feels like they're stuck, who feels like the struggle is too much to bear, I want you to hear this: you are not your pain, you are not your fear, you are not your past. You are a masterpiece in progress, a warrior in the making, and a light in this world, and the world needs your light. Keep fighting. Keep believing. And never forget the greatest battles often lead to the greatest victories. You've got this.